So we just came from Ace Hardware, and Hunter's house. And we got some plants for the raised beds, strawberries, tomatoes, and then Hunter gave us some peppers. We got some organic soil that we're gonna add to the beds. Last year I didn't have great luck with growth in here because our soil was not super great. But we're adding some organic stuff, and I'm about to continue planting over here. This middle bed, I got stuff planted in it yesterday. And then I need to plant here and then finish out those last 2 rows with zinnias. Mike's doing the grunt work today. Piece of cake. Very good grunt, that's right. So yesterday I was using a different box of zinnia seeds, and I'm only using this box today so I can show you guys how many I have. This is crazy. It's a big box. I prefer to over sow and seed than under seed. Some people may disagree with this, but my experience with zinnias is the more the merrier. They will choke the others out if they don't belong there. I can always thin them out, but overall, that is a whole lot of seeds. And I did not get around to this big long bed and the one out by the fence. I forgot about that one because we're getting ready to leave in a little bit and I gotta go cook a meal. But look, I still have so many seeds left. Mike got our tomatoes in. These are actually watermelon, and we're gonna plant those in the next day or 2. And then strawberries and mini cucumbers. Gonna give those a try this year. Did not have good luck with cucumbers last year, but I'm so excited for strawberries. We got all that done, and then we had a wonderful Monday. Grandbaby number 6, little Miss Ella May, arrived today. And as you can see, Hallie is a big sister now, and Pops got to go meet her, but I did not because I have been under the weather. While I've been stuck in the house sick this week, I've been doing some fun paintings just to help pass the time. Good morning. All right, well, you may have noticed my voice sounds a little sickly. I have been sick. I've had this really nasty cough for several days now. Baby Ella was born earlier this week. I have not got to meet her yet, and it breaks my heart because I'm trying to keep my distance. I don't want to get anybody sick. I haven't got to see baby Coulter since last Wednesday, and again, it breaks my heart. I just don't love going around my grandbabies when I'm sick. So, anyways, maybe by the end of the week, I'll get to see them. So I'm just out checking the garden beds this morning. You know, I've got all the zinnias planted and they are starting to sprout. I'm gonna show you. Little baby ones are starting to come up, which is very exciting. It's only been, let's see, since last Friday that I did this. Although I think in this video, whenever you see it, it'll seem like I just planted them yesterday, but it was actually last week. And it's really fun to watch this happen. There's another bed with specific specialty zinnias in it, and they're coming up as well. So that's exciting. Lots of progress for me on, oh wow, look at that little patch. Really good. You know, as I'm standing here watching Mike mow, I'm thinking, I really remember us measuring the garden rows out and making sure that the mower would fit down them without overhanging, but it looks like the deck overhangs on each side a little bit, so we may have to use the smaller mower in the future to mow these rows. All right, so we just finished mowing and doing things. I don't think it was the best idea for me to mow, but I felt like I needed to help Mike with the work because we're expecting big rains again. All right, so now we are putting in metal posts. You might remember we took out the wood posts we had put in. We knew those were only going to be temporary, you know, that we used to put up our garden shade tarp last year, and so we're actually putting in metal posts that they're just propped up right now, and we're going to cement those in, and then Colby will weld rings on for us, and or tabs, whatever, and then we'll be able to connect our shade tarp and have permanent shade tarp structure that won't warp. The other posts were 4x4s and they warped like crazy. So just want to be prepared and ready for the super hot temperatures this summer. All right, so there is today's progress. We got the 4x4 metal post in the ground. I will eventually paint them after we have Colby weld the rings on. So this will just be great, like I was saying, for our super hot days in the summer to be able to put our shade tarp up. That was a good thing that we purchased last year. Everything is planted. Well, no, it's not. I did not get to sow seeds in that bed yet, but that's okay because it's good to like succession plant. So I'll be putting zinnia seeds over there, and then I think I mentioned to you guys about the very front over there. There's a long bed. I'm gonna do zinnias there, but that'll happen after these big rains we're having. So anyways, just wanted to update you all on that progress. Guys, I just love this. I was out here yesterday and nothing. And today I'm seeing my first sunflowers erupting. Right there. And here. So this is exciting. Oh my, wow, there are a lot of sunflowers. I know what I'm looking for, so, oops, sorry about the camera jumping on you a bit. But anyways, just thought I would show you. This is only day 7, so that's pretty cool. They germinated really quickly.
So I went and bought 2 5-gallon buckets from Lowe's. I just used my table saw to cut the bottoms out, and then I took the handles off. They just kind of, You have to kind of maneuver them a little bit, but they have a little angle to them, and you just kind of turn them a little bit sideways and pull those on out. And these are going to be our watermelon buckets. I'm going to sink these down into the ground, keep the Bermuda grass away, as well as making a mound with these, and that way we don't have to do a whole lot of extra work other than just digging the holes. Okay guys, so I'm going to take the bucket. I have 2 of them. I already showed you the bottoms have been cut out, and I'm going to do something pretty simple. I'm just going to flip it. I'm going to flip it upside down. I'm going to take my shovel and I'm going to mark just slightly all the way around that, and it'll look like this. You can see the hole is a little contoured toward the middle. I wanted it a nice tight fit. I want the lip right here about where the handle goes in. I want that to be my quote-unquote rise. It'll keep some of this Bermuda grass from coming in and taking over, and hopefully it'll stay completely out since I've dug it so deep. I don't think it'll crawl up to it and get against my plant. I want my watermelon plant to be in the middle of this with this wonderful organic soil. You can buy this. It's a Miracle Grow product. It's organic. You can buy it at Lowe's. I'm sure there's other places that sell it. But I've piled my dirt up around the edges. I'm going to fill the sides in and make sure everything's nice and snug. And then I'm going to pile the dirt up against the side so that I've got the mound, which is needed for your watermelon plant. And this has a quick release natural fertilizer that goes with it. I've read where if you mix some fertilizer in the ground, that's a good thing. I may put some organic fertilizer down in the very bottom and mix that up with a little bit of dirt, and that way as the roots go down, they'll continually hit that fertilizer and help my plant grow rather well. All right, there you have it. Kind of get an idea. I used almost that entire bag too, guys. I bought 2. I figured I would need that much, and I was correct as far as that went, so at least I did something right. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the exact same thing over there, and I'll put some water on these watermelons, and hopefully in about 2 months we will have some wonderful crimson, I believe that's what I bought, crimson sweet watermelon.
It is the end of the week, and I finally got to meet Miss Ella May, and she is as precious as can be, and my dead heart is happy. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope everyone has a wonderful Easter weekend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share while you are here, and we will see you next week.